For decades, novelist Ann Tyler has let her characters do the talking. But this morning, she's sharing her own story with Robert Costa.
One writer once said that you love to break America's heart.
Oh dear. Well, don't you think life kind of breaks your heart?
Stories about life breaking your heart and how love can sometimes mend it have made Ann Tyler a Pulitzer Prize-winning novelist and a best-selling author for 6 decades.
In 1977, Ann, you told the New York Times, "It does matter to me that I be considered a serious writer. A serious book is one that removes me to another life as I am reading it. It has to be an extremely believable lie."
I don't remember saying that, but I believe every word of it still.
Still to this day.
Yeah. The fact that it's a lie is a very important part of what makes it not real life, don't worry. And the fact that it's a believable lie makes you say, I am actually being another person right now.
The people who live in Ann Tyler's 24 books have touched countless readers. Dinner at the Homesick Restaurant, breathing lessons, a spool of blue thread.
Going with the accidental tourist is like going in a cocoon.
Well, this is very nice to hear.
Times I've flown clear to Oregon and hardly knew I left Baltimore.
The Accidental Tourist became a critically acclaimed film, with William Hurt as a travel writer who hates to travel.
Arete, stop for that woman.
And Gina Davis won an Oscar for playing the woman who shows him that love is possible for those willing to take a chance.
I think, first of all, I should thank Ann Tyler for writing such a wonderful book.
What makes me keep going as a writer is a more selfish motive, which is I'm just always wanting to know what it's like to be somebody else. And I feel almost deprived that I have just this one life. I have to be greedy and reach out and see, well, that guy I just passed in the street who said that strange thing, what is it like to be him? It's just self-indulgence to sit and write all day and pretend I'm somebody else.
Ann Tyler grew up in a quiet Quaker community in North Carolina.
Is it true you would tell yourself stories to fall asleep at night?
Yes. I would fold my knees up, and that would be my desk, and I would be a doctor seeing patients, and I would whisper these conversations, and it always ended with my brother in the bed across the room shouting out, "Mama, Ann's whispering again." This is a floor plan because I'm going to have a family switch around and somebody move in, so I have to figure out where we're going to put these people.
This is something her readers have long heard about but never seen. Her blue box, full of handwritten notes to herself.
Is it fun for you to page through the blue box and go, oh,
Yes.
I forgot I thought about that?
Yes. But we should never page through it too often because then it won't be surprising.
The box is filled with ideas and snippets of overheard conversations that she might slip into a book.
I love listening to people. I like to hear them nattering on.
Even when you're in a grocery store or a coffee shop?
That's why the pandemic hit my writing career very hard, because I love to just be walking down the street and you hear somebody say 2 words. As I go on, I think, I wonder what that was about. And that's where stories begin.
No place is more associated with Ann Tyler than Baltimore, Maryland. It's where she and her late husband, Iranian novelist and psychiatrist Taghi Modarressi, raised their 2 daughters.
Why do you keep coming back to Baltimore as a setting?
Laziness.
Oh, stop. You seem to have a love for the setting.
But face the fact that if I wrote about somebody in New York, I'd have to find out a bunch of things about New York, and here I am. But I don't know why it is that I feel there's sort of more there in the average Baltimorean than there are in people in other places.
Tyler's latest book, 3 Days in June, details a long weekend in the life of a school administrator bookended by the loss of her job and her daughter's wedding.
I wondered what on earth she imagined that might be. I am not the kind of woman who dreams of doing things.
If you could pretend to be anybody, why choose the assistant headmistress at a school in Baltimore versus a movie star or a head of state?
You think that's bad. The current thing I'm working on, the guy remodels kitchens for a living room. So that's, I don't know. I've often asked myself, if I want to be somebody else, why not somebody heroic and crusading out in the world? But I don't get to choose. I always say novels are like olives in one of those tall, thin bottles. You just get out an olive that's on top. This is the one that comes next.
But if I've learned anything from reading you, it's those lives, those jobs are anything but humdrum.
I'm glad you see that.
And there is a beauty in the acceptance of people have in their own life, and whether it's a character or someone you know. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people just end up in a place like Baltimore, and they make a life there.
They make a life there.
Like someone right here.
Someone you know, yes.
Now, at age 83, Ann Tyler says she'll keep doing what she has always done. Listen, think, and write about people who might shatter your heart or stitch it back together.
How many more books can we expect?
Well, I'm going to be writing this book forever. And when I finish it, if I do finish it before I die, I will rewrite it. And if I'm still not dead, I will rewrite it again, because I'm not going to bring out another book. I'm horrified that I have 25 books in a list in the front of this latest novel.
Isn't that a joy, Anne?
No.
25 books.
My next door neighbor many years ago said, "You do churn them out, don't you?"
That comment clearly lingers in your mind.
It's engraved there.